Oh, wow. Okay. Malik Blocton announcing via his social media that he's going to enter the portal. This is now the most surprising portal entry. This passes Deandre Carter as my biggest surprise so far.
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, welcome on into Locked On Auburn, your daily Auburn Tigers podcast. I'm your host, Zac Blackerby. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. Another few minutes go by, some more portal news happens. This one's pretty big, I think, both physically and from an impact. Malik Blocton, one of the standout defensive linemen in this very talented defense from a year ago. Malik Blocton announcing via his social media that he is intending to enter the portal. He will have 2 years left of eligibility. After saying a lot of stuff that I think is interesting, and we'll get to some of his comments in a second, which makes me think this is really only about one thing, and that's okay. There's a million reasons why you can enter the portal, but I do think this one's surprising. And I said that about Deandre Carter when reports said that his intent is entering the portal. And look, guys, I did this a ton early on, and then people are saying, oh, well, just because they say they're entering the portal doesn't mean they're going to enter the portal, or just because they enter the portal doesn't mean they come back. That's all assumed. I'm not going to say that every time, guys. So please understand that. It's common sense. The portal opens until January 2nd. No one can enter the portal until January 2nd. And yes, if you enter the portal, you can come back. There's already people typing it out. Like, yes, you're right. It's assumed. It's assumed. But his wording is interesting in his message. I'm just going to read it. It's kind of long, but I do think it's important. First and foremost, I would like to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, for blessing me with the ability to play the game I love at this level. Love that. Always thanking Jesus. Love that. I want to thank my mother for her constant love and support and sacrifices. And brothers, to my teammates, there's no better feeling than running out of the tunnel during Hare Stadium, side by side, locked arms. Carry those with the rest of my life. Love that. The memories we've made and the battles we fought together have shaped me not only as a player, but as a person. Great. Here's where it's interesting. Last but not least, thank you, Auburn. I genuinely appreciate Coach Von Trell. King Williams was retained as defensive line coach. Coach Durkin, retained as defensive coordinator, for believing in me, trusting me, and giving me the opportunity to serve the Auburn community. With that being said, I will be entering my name into the transfer portal with 2 years of eligibility. Everything about the retention that Alex Goelsh had of the previous staff and merging it and creating his staff screams like, hey, there's no reason for defensive linemen to portal, because it's like you all found success last year, and then you should have more success this year with even more guys that were kind of in front of you from a snap count standpoint. Maybe not so Malik Blocton, but definitely like Amaris Williams and maybe Jordan Crawford. But those guys, like they should be set up and put into a situation to succeed and to be stars of this defense. And so like Malik Blocton, I mean, he was an important player for Auburn a year ago. And this one does surprise me. So you think and talk about how great all these things are. And I say this every time a portal window opens. There's a million reasons why a kid may enter the portal. It's like, okay, well, culture's checked, faith checked, proximity to home, families, who he's talking about here, all that's checked. Coaches checked, loves Von Trell and Durkin. Well, okay, well, what's not checked here? You can get to the NFL playing in this defense. Is this truly all about money? And look, I'm not going to tell a kid to not go get money, but for the folks who like hate the transfer portal, like we're reading in between the lines here, but like this is kind of another tally to what a lot of people are saying is wrong with the sport. So I hate this one. I love Malik Blocton as a player. Seems like an impressive man every time I've talked to him, but And yes, since you guys are going to get on me every time I don't say this, if I say a sentence without saying, oh my goodness, just because like he said, this doesn't mean the portal's there. He's not in the portal yet. Yes, he's not in the portal yet. He's not in the portal yet. We're talking about his statement. So always, I don't know. Interesting times. Interesting times. So what does this mean for the defensive line room? I think it means a lot of things. So this was a position group that you were already going to have to go and get into the portal. I mean, you're losing a lot. You're losing a lot in this room. Let's go through them. Dallas Walker, Bobby Jamison Travis, Zackevius Walker. I think Jay Hardy and James Ash are out of eligibility. And then Malik Blocton, according to this, and Antonio Coleman, reports of him planning to enter the portal as well. And then just as far as the edge goes, like you're obviously losing Keldrick, who scooted inside some, Kieran Crawford, Chris Murray. Like that's a lot of bodies gone. Were all those guys world beaters? No, but a lot of them are solid role players. And you were kind of needing a guy like Malik Blocton. So I do wonder, because defensive line is expensive in the portal. And I think there were several guys in the Hugh Freeze era of Auburn where we got all these role-playing, experienced defensive linemen. We paid them a ton, and then they were just okay. Like, there's a lot of just okay defensive linemen that get paid well. And Malik probably saw that, or his age. I don't know if he has representation or not, but it's pretty clear to see, like, oh, he's way better than all those guys. Like, what is he about to make? So I do think that's going to be interesting as far as, I mean, this is similar to the Jake Crawford conversation that we had. Is it worth paying more? This is speculation. Like, is it worth paying more to keep a proven commodity back so you don't have to overspend in the portal? That's a balance. And that's a balance that the staff is going to have to see. Once again, similar to Jay Crawford, though, like with the coaching staff, with Durkin being over the defense still, and then, I mean, even more so with this case than the Jay Crawford scenario, is Von Trell knows everything about Malik Blocton. They have all the information they need in assessing if they think that he is worth whatever he's asking for, assuming money is the thing that they're splitting hairs over, which once again, we're reading between the lines with what his message was. So we'll see. The current room, they need more guys in there. Let's discuss who is coming back still, and then how many potential names they need to add. That's next, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show brought to you by our friends at Rocket Money. Ever feel like money just disappears each month? It happens fast. A few subscriptions here, impulse buy there. Suddenly the numbers in your bank account are lower than you expected. Well, hey, look, Rocket Money helps you get clarity, track every dollar, and stay in control of your finances. Rocket Money finds subscriptions you forgot you were paying for and helps clean them up immediately. Yeah, they actually help you within the Rocket Money app cancel them, which is super, super cool. I also like how Rocket Money builds budgets based on past spending. It keeps you on track without overthinking. It's very nice. Take control of your finances and cancel those unwanted subscriptions with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/lockedon today. That's rocketmoney.com/lockedon, rocketmoney.com/lockedon. Today's show also brought to you by our friends at Wayfair. Christmas always shows up faster than we expect. And if you're still putting together gifts or need to decorate and help host your family and friends, Wayfair has everything that you need. They've got a massive selection with bedding, decor, kitchen gear, kids' room updates. You can find everything in one place with Wayfair. It's the best way to get your home holiday ready without running around a bunch of different stores. So get last-minute hosting essentials, gifts for all your loved ones, and decor to celebrate the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com. That is WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day, your second listen. I think this will be another day where we have 3 shows drop with the SEC squad dropping later today, which is super, super exciting. As far as guys coming back right now on scholarship, I believe this is it. If you guys think I'm missing somebody, let me know. As far as this, the core, these true sophomores, Malik Autry, Jordan Crawford, Darian Smith, right? Because you saw Antonio Coleman reportedly plans to enter the portal. Do I need to say it again? The portal isn't open until January 2nd. Just because these reports come out does not mean they are in the portal. And if they enter the portal, yes, they can come back. We happy? We good? That's just, it's been a weird thing because I feel like that's all I said when we started talking portal. And now people are like, I can't believe no one's saying this. I'm like, I feel like we said it all the time. And then you've got the two true freshmen, Corey Wells and Tavion Branch. Like both of those guys, but it's tough to play. It's tough to be a major impact on your defensive front as a true freshman. So we'll see what that looks like. Corey Wells is good, though. Corey Wells is good. So that tells me, I mean, we just listed sophomores and freshmen. So what does that mean in the portal? You're going to have to go and get some older guys. And that typically means more expensive. Is that something where they looked at with Malik Blocton and they're like, well, we kind of, maybe you use that money that you would pay him or could pay him and you get multiple guys and you backfill that position a little bit with getting some guys that are older and maybe have less eligibility while these younger guys kind of grow and they're your core. I don't know. It's not the worst argument. If you had to like make sense of it, I think that does make sense. And then at edge, you got Amaris Williams, Jared Smith, Jamonte Waller, Joe Phillips, JJ Falk, and then Chris Wells, Corey Wells' brother. So that's assuming if they put him at edge. So then you got to ask the question, how many of those guys can scoot inside? And right now, Amaris Williams is the only guy of those edge rushers that I'm kind of thinking that they could scoot inside, kind of like what we saw with Keldrick. But if that's even their plan. So we'll see what happens there. So all of this tells me that they're going to have to get volume and they're going to have to get older folks. So they've got two guys coming in with the freshmen. This is strictly D-line. Corey Wells, Tavion Branch. They've got two coming in, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they've got 7 going out. And so are they about to add 5 defensive linemen in the portal? I don't know if you need 5, but you definitely need 3. You probably need 4 as far as, your true nose and as far as your 3 techniques. Like you might need 2 of each of them. Now, luckily, like you've got Malik Autry who can play the 3, Jordan Crawford who can be your nose. I'm assuming Corey Wells would be a 3 as a freshman. He might bulk into a 1. We'll see. But yeah, that to me is, I think the plan when the portal opens, because the portal doesn't open until January 2nd. I think that's when it's going to happen. Or I think that's what's going to happen when it opens, excuse me, is you kind of get 2, 3 techs, 2 techs, and then maybe you get a few. You're going to have to get a strong side defensive end as well, I think. And if that strong side defensive end could also scoot inside to a 3 technique to do what Blockton did pretty well on 3rd down last year, I think you're fine with that too. So just guessing. I think Malik Blockton's a really good player. And I like him as a person. So rooting for him. Hopefully, like all of you will correct me, I'm sure, and say he can come back. I agree. I hope he does. That would be awesome. This one surprises me. Not as shook as the Jay Crawford thing. Sorry about that. But this one does surprise me for all the reasons we mentioned earlier in the show. Please like the video. Please subscribe, and we will see you next time. This has been Locked on Auburn.